This is the biggest story unfolding before their eyes.
Surrounded by friggin' UFOs.
Of a UFO battle in orbit around Earth.
I believe that's 504, please.
Julian Assange, Wiki Leaks founder, and also the person who exposed the pigs that run our governments, the globalists, and what they will do to shut you up. What Julian Assange exposed was the lies that we are being fed and propaganda that controls us in our everyday life and also controls the economy that we currently live in. And it gives us a picture on why our economy is where it is today and why. The same measures to shut down Julian Assange and punish him for exposing the truth are used today through mainstream media, false narratives pushed out to push the globalist agenda.
Leadership of the Democratic Party, the nomination, Chris, is going to fall into the hands of the superdelegates. The superdelegates are largely chosen by the donors to the party. And those donors are these giant corporations like BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard, the Pfizer, the military industrial complex.
It's right there in front of your eyes every day. And people like David Bryan and Julian Assange are the ones that suffer. Whistleblowers like David Grush.
Species engaging with this planet.
Yes, that's potentially extraterrestrial, yeah.
Because they have exposed the truth. Not conspiracy, the truth.
So much bribery, so much corruption, even war criminals that haven't been in jail, and leaders of our completely failed war effort. 20 years, $6 trillion, 41 Australians, good Australian soldiers dead, and no one has had to answer for it except for me, because I have damaged national security. I will sit in jail. I will get stronger in jail. We will build our forces.
National security, a thing we hear a lot as an excuse from the Department of Defence all over the world, especially in the Western worlds like the US, Australia, New Zealand, England and France. Most countries in the EU will use the excuse of national security to cover up almost anything.
Theoretically, you cannot classify information unless you make a determination that if it was revealed, it would cause serious damage to national security. There is a real gap here and a problem in terms of transparency.
In cases where national security are used, it's usually for an obvious cover-up. Going through Julian Assange's past, it exposes the illegal levels of which the US government and also the EU will go to shut down one of their targets. And what did Julian Assange suffer for? Oh, that's right, he suffered for exposing the truth. Does this tell you that we don't live in a free country? That we don't have freedom of information? That we don't have freedom of speech? Julian Assange served almost 10 years of innocent arrest. In 2010, Julian Assange was accused of raping 2 women in Sweden and was subsequently prosecuted by various states. Now it has been revealed that Swedish police manipulated the accusations with the support of the USA. What a surprise. Who do not want Assange to uncover further war crimes. Oh, we wouldn't have seen that coming. The EU in full play. Exactly what's happening in Ukraine at the moment, where America comes in and uses the EU's power to gain control. Showing the US's interference to try and capture Assange exposes how they address other matters that have happened since, such as cases like Russell Brand, when the pharmaceutical industrial complex came after him for exposing the truth about the propaganda pushed out through mainstream media about the vaccines. The exact same tactics used against him through the rape allegations, which turned out to be completely false, further exposing time and time again the connection between the globalist corporations that run the governments behind the Iron Curtain, as we call them, the shadow government. The figures that are the shadow government are starting to appear. BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard, all the people that own the pharmaceutical industrial complex, all the people that have their fingers in such organisations such as the World Health Organization, i.e. Bill Gates, Melinda Gates Foundation. All these figures are the people behind the Iron Curtain pulling the strings, who control the current Democratic government and also have heavy control in the Republican government sector. These are the people that want long wars, as Julian Assange says. They don't want a fast war. They want a long war so they can launder their money through that country and back to the United States of America.
Afghanistan to wash money out of the tax bases of the United States, out of the tax bases of European countries, through Afghanistan and back into the hands of a transnational security elite. That is the goal, i.e. the goal is to have an endless war, not a successful war.
This is why they wanted to get Assange so bad, because he exposed the truth about their tactics. He exposed the globalists behind the curtain of the military-industrial complex. So that'll wrap things up. Julian Assange, a modern-day hero, very similar to the likes of people like Ross Coulter. These journalists who expose the truth are a dying breed, and this is what we need, because all of this globalist control, they run our media. Everything we see in the media is their propaganda, pushing their agenda. And people like Julian Assange and Ross Coulter, Joe Rogan, Russell Brand, they are our only hope. Subscribe and also follow my Instagram, Aussie UFO News.